What's up, boys? It's Cade. So, welcome to Season 7, trying out something new. Actually two new things. Getting wars out in a timely fashion, and B, some new music. I was kind of getting tired of the house music in the wars. Now, first war, ISO8A. Tremendous alliance, obviously. I think they finished 3rd last year, and I don't think we've ever beaten them in Season. So we knew we'd have our work cut out for us, and given that I was assigned Path 8, after scouting, I knew Omega Team would do the trick, now that we've got him at 565. This first one, from the last time we faced them, I was expecting Hela here. Of course, you scout when you get to him, but that pre-scouting is so important that I was expecting Hela, or I believe this gentleman, last time we faced him, placed Sim Spidey too, so he must have been elsewhere in Section 1 here. But basic strat with Omega, especially with the Sabertooth synergy, which is almost kind of required, is just get that degen up, keep the spores up, and let the damage just ramp up like crazy. Having Wolverine on the team is an added nice bonus. So if you can fit both in there, there's no bad matchups. That's perfect as well. You can see she's melting pretty quick. Just waiting out this unstoppable baiting. One more L1. Just one simple diversity fight in Section 1. And we're off to the races. Now, Section 2, what I was expecting, from at least based on what they placed last time, I didn't know what was going to be on this first node until I went and got up to it and scouted it. It turns out to be Mordo. I was expecting Magic and Rogue for the next 2. We had already faced an Iceman, so I was fairly confident there was no Iceman on Flare. With Mordo in these duels, the duels I was doing beforehand, I really wasn't liking the spacing for punishing the heavy with heavy. He recovers from that heavy animation too quick and he can counter you. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to bait stuff out. This is the node where his special damage goes up every 10 seconds. And so I decided I was only going to heavy him when he was in his power gain phase. Now, kind of got away with one there. Should have chased him to the wall to do it. But overall, the spore damage and such was doing the trick nicely. I didn't really need to get the degen on him. And everything turned out fine. We were obviously boosted to the gills. I've got Magic next. Omega's a great matchup against Magic. This one's going quick because there's really only a few fights, but he's great against Magic because you don't take limbo damage. Not 100%, but you don't take limbo damage on the tentacle hits most of the time. I don't know how those percentages lay out. I'll have to look into it more, but basic strat, especially boosted, I combat regen as well, but especially boosted is just bait out, let her stay close to you, bait out those heavies, punish the heavy. I didn't want to use any of my parries. I parried there once, just accidentally, but didn't punish. I didn't want to. These are limber nodes, and the last thing you want to do is hop in and get parried, especially when baiting the heavies allows her to stay close to you and take that damage. So there I did take a little bit of limbo damage, but generally speaking, the tentacle hits bypass limbo nicely. So she melts pretty quick. That was the one I was worried about more than others, even though he has a great matchup for it. It's my first time with him in war. I wanted to mitigate against any, kind of unfamiliar scenarios. So this last one's a Rogue. Again, didn't want to parry her. She could recover so quick from Limber. So you'll see me just baiting heavies. It's a flare fight, so they go quick. After this fight, that was pretty much all she wrote for us. Final score in this war was 8-6. ISO put up a great performance. Super proud of our guys. They put up a great performance. 2 of ours were actually disconnects, and we had one timeout because we had to take a Sim Supreme, an R4 Sim Supreme against the champion boss. Thinking maybe he'd be able to do it. He timed out at about 20%, but great effort overall. So, hats off to ISO. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next war.